Hello once again from the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to see more. Coming up in this episode, Hull KR are forced to cancel a game due to squad availability. Is Josh Reynolds set for an NRL comeback at 33? And Tylan May is found guilty. So we start today with the news that Josh Reynolds could be making his way back to the NRL, and he's closer to securing a sensational return to his junior club, NRL's Canterbury Bulldogs. The 33-year-old left the Black and Whites in June after a disappointing spell at the Super League club, and according to Australian media outlets, Reynolds' return home to Belmore will be on a bargain basement deal. Bulldogs general manager Phil Gould, who previously dismissed the reports at the start of the month, says he has been in contact with Reynolds. The Australian was set to return home as a junior mentor, but now it looks like the veteran will be given a chance to playing comeback even. Having a really respected old Bulldog might be handy for us, but I said I would speak to the head coach and have to speak with Josh, Gould said on Australia's 9 broadcast channel. I'm very protective of seniors players as to whether or not they're doing the right thing or the wrong thing by wanting to play. I understand the passion for it. There's no problem with giving him enough season training and seeing how he feels, but I'll run it by Cameron Ciraldo. Reynolds was first reported to come back to Canterbury earlier this month, although Gould himself shut those reports down. He sent me a text message some months ago that he'd like to do something for the Bulldogs club in the community or commercial, and I kept in touch with the club. Then I got a text that he's coming home soon. I said, I'll see you when you get home. I actually met him and his manager on the weekend, and he raised the issue of whether or not he could train through the off-season and see whether or not he was ready to play. He'd like to do something with the younger blokes and provide a bit of mentorship and leadership around the club. Reynolds played 138 games and scored 41 tries and kicked 5 field goals for the Canterbury Bulldogs during a 6-year spell since making his debut. He has also reached 2 grand finals during his rugby league career, one being with West Tigers. Speaking of which, he played 22 times and scored 3 tries for West. Then his move to Hull generated 25 appearances, scoring 7 tries. He has also represented New South Wales 4 times, the Prime Minister's 13, which is coming back this year for Australia, and the City New South Wales team as well. He was born in Sydney, New South Wales in 1989, so the 33-year-old will be coming to the end of his rugby league career and possibly will be his last contract as a rugby league player. We'll see how it goes and take a little bit of a look at this former Hull player, but I'm not sure that going backwards is the way to move forwards for a Canterbury side that have been indifferent this year and have stars like Matt Burton already in their team. To say that this Super League season has been tough on all clubs when it comes to injuries, suspensions, multiple different absences for multiple different reasons, none more affected by the situation has been Hull KR. Hull KR have confirmed that 29 of their players are unavailable through injury, ban, and or international representation, forcing them to cancel their reserves derby with Hull FC this Friday. The issue has impacted so much that the club's statement announced that the reserves derby had been cancelled. Hull KR confirmed that this Friday's reserves derby at the Selwyn Group Craven Park has been cancelled due to player welfare concerns. The Robins have been impacted by injuries greatly across the club, and for this week we have 29 players available through ban, injury or international representation. The club's first team faced the Black and Whites in their Super League derby this Saturday at the MKM Stadium in the final round of the regular season. Interim boss Danny Maguire has had one of the most difficult tasks in Super League this campaign due to the amount of injuries his side have sustained. Star turns such as Mikey Lewis and Lachlan Coote are both out of the final game of the regular season due to concussion protocols. Influential halfback Jordan Abdul suffered a season-ending injury just months into the season. The 26-year-old suffered a quad injury in May during the club's defeat to Huddersfield in the Challenge Cup, a few months after his call-up to the England squad for the first time. Brad Takarangi suffered a torn hamstring in the same month against Castleford. Lewis Johnson underwent surgery in June for a ruptured pectoral. He missed the first 3 months of the season due to a foot injury. And Will Dagger on the right is now in a protective boot, having suffered a season-ending injury to Wigan earlier in August. Players such as club captain Sean Kenny Dowell have been out through injury also, as he suffered a long-term injury during the defeat against Leeds in the same month. There have also been suspensions that have hampered Hull KR throughout the season, which everyone has done. Jez Litton's season is over due to receiving a 2-match suspension for a grade C dangerous throw in the 18 points to 60 feet to Wakefield. And Corbin Sims has been forced to retire a game early after picking a 3-match ban up, and had planned to make the Hull derby his final game to conclude his 10-year professional career. Unfortunately, he can't do that now. But the squad will go on. They will fight to the bitter end. But this year, it will mean without playoff rugby league. Hopefully they can regroup at the end of the season and become a force in 2023 under the new coach of Willie Peters. It's going to be an interesting ride for all involved at Hull KR, but this season has been bad for a few teams. Not as much as points and results, but more the personnel they've been able to put out during the games. Hull KR have been down men all the way through the season. And finally, NRL rising star Tylan May has been found guilty of assaulting a teenage footy fan while celebrating Penrith's grand final win with his teammates. The 21-year-old winger was with Nathan Cleary, Jerome Luai and May's brother Tyrone at the Dewporth Tavern in Maroochydore on October the 8th last year when the incident unfolded. Apologies if I got that name incorrect. The court heard Cleary approached a man who was 18 years old and who had earlier taken a picture of him, which the star halfback wanted deleted. CCTV footage shows May walking up behind the man while he was talking to Cleary and Tyrone May. He can be seen grabbing the man by the collar of his shirt and pulling him to the ground. The man's head struck the floor during the subsequent altercation and suffered a sprained neck. May pleaded not guilty to the charge of assault, occasioning bodily harm. Before the ruling, May insisted he was trying to defuse the situation to protect Cleary. Anyone in my position, if they are a good friend, they would have done what I did, he told the court. I stuck up for Cleary. I don't think I was in the wrong. I didn't want the situation to escalate. After May had been charged in April with the situation, Penrith released a statement saying the club were made aware of the incident at the time and informed the NRL Integrity Unit and took an investigation into the matter. The club's subsequent implemented disciplinary measures against Tylan May as well. On Wednesday, the magistrate Matthew McLaughlin labelled May's conduct as reprehensible and cowardly. He was ordered to pay $1,000 in compensation to the victim and a $1,000 fine. The record of the conviction has not been recorded. May was not stood down by the Penrith Panthers following the incident or during the court proceedings either. Your comments are good here. Remember, comment below. He won't play this weekend versus the Cowboys in Townsville after Ivan Cleary opted to rest 12 players, but is expected to feature in Penrith's finals campaign as the minor premiers chase back-to-back titles. But in my opinion, this whole situation is a bit funky to me. He grabbed someone from the back, forcing him down, slammed his head in the ground, and sprained his neck. Medical records done it. He's only got to pay £1,000 in court costs, $1,000 in court costs, and also a $1,000 fine, which is £1,000 in total converted. For a young player who's going to be paid mega bucks, if this went civil, he could have lost lots. Not kidding there. If it was a proper person-on-person assault, he could have been seeing prison time. But standings in the eyes of the community and fame always get you the beneficiary. Just one of those things we've got to accept. Hopefully young May will take all this on board now and learn from it. There will always be different situations. He's going to be in the public limelight no matter what he does now. So hopefully he will do that learning. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking on that notification bell for any updates on new videos that may be coming your way. Tell me what your thoughts are of today's episode in the comment section below. It's open to you, but please remember to stay civil. In the meantime, tell me about the stories. Josh Reynolds going back to the NRL, good thing, bad thing? It's up to you to tell me. Tylan May's losing his court case, causing a fine. Do you think that should have a criminal conviction with it as well, being that it is an assault? What about OKR's issues? 29 players out. It's a tough season, isn't it? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide, and I wish you all the best. So please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.